Oh no, we definitely got footage at the mom's crib. She live in building 18 out here.
I bet if 6ix9ine would've gave me a wing, I would've wing.
It all kicked off when Trippie Redd allegedly threatened 6ix9ine's family. But that wasn't where it stopped. Some folks claim Trippie went way darker, taking things to a deadly level by targeting 6ix9ine's girlfriend. Now whispers on the block say 6ix9ine got his revenge, catching Trippie slipping in New York, and things got real messy. Let's break down why Trippie would ever go that far, and why people think Ella's death wasn't random at all. To really get it, we gotta rewind to the mid-2000s, when the SoundCloud rap scene was wild and both 6ix9ine and Trippie were blowing up. These two were cut from the same wild cloth, bright hair, face tats, and that new wave trap sound that had the internet losing its mind. Both were signed to 10K projects, making hits together and looking like real brothers in the game.
Everybody said your part of the song was...
But that's your biggest song. That's your biggest song. That's your biggest song. That's your biggest song.
It's not my biggest song.
Yeah, it is.
My biggest songs are Love Scars, Love, Dark Knight.
Their 2017 collab, Pose 1469, wasn't just a track. It was proof they had chemistry, with Trippie's smooth melodies bouncing off 6ix9ine's raw aggression perfectly. Fans couldn't get enough. They shared studio sessions, promoted each other non-stop, and acted like two underdogs ready to take over the world together. But then it got personal, and that's where everything fell apart. The whole brotherhood crumbled over women. Rumors say 6ix9ine crossed the line with Trippie's girl, and from there, things got dark quick. The streets still talk about how that move started a chain of hate that never stopped. The real kicker? There's actual footage floating around.
This is that crazy. This is that same 6ix9ine. Yo, babe, look at
It is 6ix9ine. It's Treyway.
You right, babe. Vibes.
6ix9ine posted up with Trippie Redd smiling for the camera like he owned the moment. He knew exactly what he was doing, flaunting it to humiliate Trippie. That moment right there showed everyone that 6ix9ine didn't just go after his enemies, he went after their hearts too. This wasn't just some casual fling. This was straight up psychological warfare. 6ix9ine wasn't chasing love. He was chasing revenge, trying to crush Trippie's pride right in front of the whole rap world. In that infamous video, you can actually hear 6ix9ine and Trippie's ex laughing and throwing shade together. Pure disrespect caught on camera. Now picture this, you're Trippie Redd watching your old friend turn into your worst enemy, flaunting your girl online for everyone to see. That's not just betrayal, that's humiliation on a world stage. In hip hop, where reputation and respect mean everything, that kind of move cuts deep. It's the kind of pain that festers, that keeps you up at night replaying every second. 6ix9ine wasn't just trying to mess with Trippie's head, he was trying to break him. He wanted to strip away his pride, his image, his manhood in front of millions.
When he hears the phone ring, I walk out because now I'm about to get into a deep conversation with Jay to front like, why'd you block my number? But the whole time I just wanted his phone to go through his phone. When I go to the other room, I swipe up, I go to the text messages and I put Sarah, my baby mom's number in. First message I see.
Wow.
Why'd you hang up on me? Call me after you done running. You still with that? Yo, like, call me back.
And when something gets that personal, it don't fade with time. It festers until someone decides to make it right. Even Trippie's own homies would poke fun about it, bringing up the situation just to get under his skin, setting him off every single time. And in the kind of street world both of them were tied to, revenge doesn't expire, it waits. That's why so many believe Trippie had something to do with Ariella's death. Their feud wasn't just lyrical anymore, it turned deadly. This was never about love, it was about power, control, revenge. Every move between Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine was a mind game, a way to break each other down piece by piece. It wasn't romance, it was warfare.
At this point, I'm snitch ready. You know what I'm trying to say? So a lot of people don't know this. I was snitching before I got locked up. But it wasn't official till I got locked up because I had to sign papers.
A battle for dominance where the goal was simple, hit your enemy where it hurts the most. Their feud played out like a live soap opera online. Every post, every diss, Every wild rant went viral, millions of views, endless headlines, and non-stop chaos. But while the attention boosted their fame, it also exposed the real hatred burning between them. There was no pretending anymore. The world could see they truly despised each other. By 2025, years had passed, but that rage never faded. Trippie had built his name, stacked money, and dropped hits. But deep down, the humiliation 6ix9ine put him through still burned. That kind of pain doesn't go away.
I said, when did it start? She said, yo. She said, remember that time you called me from jail and said you needed a lawyer, June 16th?
I'm sorry, y'all.
I swear to God. And I called her. She said, Shotty took me to get the lawyer. After we went to the lawyer, he took me to a spa downtown Manhattan.
It festers. Sometimes revenge doesn't cool off. It boils stronger with time. And let's not forget, Ariella wasn't a stranger to danger. She'd already been caught in the crossfire once. Back in 2018, 9 Trey members kidnapped her, thinking she was one of 6ix9ine's girls. That right there proved people saw her as a way to get to him. She wasn't just connected, she was leveraged. But surviving that first scare didn't make her safe. It made her a target. She'd seen too much, knew too many faces, too many secrets. Exactly the kind of clean, calculated move someone like Trippie Redd, with his gang ties, could have pulled off. The motive lines up perfectly when you break it down. Trippie couldn't touch 6ix9ine directly.
When he hits the U-turn, we get hit by a car from the back. Boom! I'm in the passenger seat, Jorge's driving. When I see a guy coming with a big gun, just like hooded on, running towards my door, my heart dropped to my ass.
The man's been wrapped in federal protection ever since he turned informant, surrounded by bodyguards, moving quiet and staying off the radar, but going after someone close to him. That's how you really make him feel it, deep. Taking out someone like Ariella would be the ultimate payback, a strike that hits 6ix9ine's heart, but doesn't put Trippie in the direct line of fire. This tactic isn't new either. In street politics, targeting someone's loved one sends a message louder than a bullet ever could. It says, you're never untouchable. For Trippie, having Ariella gone would check every box. It would wreck 6ix9ine emotionally, prove he could still reach him despite the feds watching, and serve as revenge for the years of disrespect he endured online. Ariella was perfect for that kind of setup, always lingering around 6ix9ine's world, popping up in his videos, tagging him on social, still orbiting his chaos. She was close enough to hurt him, but not close enough to be protected. That's what made her the ideal target. When you piece it all together, the deep, personal hate between Trippie and 6ix9ine, the ongoing pattern of using women as weapons, Trippie's gang ties that could quietly move a hit, and Ariella's past run-ins that already had her on the radar, it all starts to make chilling sense. Payback was never a matter of if, it was always a matter of when. And sadly for Ariella, she ended up paying the price. Her death might have been Trippie's way of closing a painful chapter that had haunted him for years. Proof that in the rap world, some grudges run way deeper than lyrics. Innocent people connected to the wrong name can end up caught in the crossfire, and Ariella might have been one of them. But here's the thing, even though Trippie had a strong motive, he wasn't the only one who had it out for 6ix9ine. The man built enemies like he built fame, fast and reckless. The real story behind Ariella Polanco's death goes beyond a love triangle or street beef. It's a twisted web of betrayal, jealousy, and revenge, born from 6ix9ine's own crew turning on him. See, to really understand how deadly it became to even know 6ix9ine by 2025, you gotta rewind the clock to 2017 to 2018, the moment his world started collapsing from the inside. It wasn't the haters or rivals that brought him down first, it was the snakes he trusted the most. These weren't small-time disagreements or petty fights over money. Nah, these were deep personal betrayals that cut through loyalty like glass. They created enemies who didn't just walk away, they plotted. Some waited years for the right time to strike back. That betrayal didn't just break trust, it created a whole new enemy. Someone who knew every move 6ix9ine made and had every reason to want payback. This wasn't some petty love triangle or jealousy over a woman. This was about power, control, and the cold strategic takedown of a man who thought he was untouchable. While 6ix9ine was chasing fame and juggling drama, his so-called brother, Shotty, was working behind his back. and the timing couldn't have been more brutal. This man didn't just betray him, he picked the exact moment when 6ix9ine was at his weakest to strike. See, when 6ix9ine got locked up and was scrambling to fix his legal mess, Shotty played the role of helpful friend. He used the excuse of helping get 6ix9ine a lawyer to slide in close with Sarah, his girlfriend at the time. And from there, everything spiraled. It wasn't just shady, it was predatory, calculated to hit 6ix9ine where it hurt most, at home, in his heart, and in his pride. This wasn't about lust, it was about dominance. Shotty was moving like a chess player, thinking several steps ahead, slowly tightening his grip on 6ix9ine's world while pretending to have his back. And when 6ix9ine finally found out and cut him off, it was already too late. He didn't just lose a manager that day, he created an enemy with insider knowledge. Shotty knew everything: the money, the contacts, the secrets, the dirt. That's the kind of information you can use to destroy someone without ever firing a shot. Success brought big money and fame to 6ix9ine's world, but it also lit the fuse for chaos inside his own circle. The more he rose, the more cracks started showing. What once looked like a partnership between 6ix9ine and the Nine, Trey gangsters turned into a toxic power struggle filled with jealousy, greed, and betrayal. At first, both sides benefited. He gave them visibility, and they gave him protection. But that alliance turned sour fast. The heart of the problem? A growing feud between Shotty and Anthony Harv Ellison, a respected 9 Trey enforcer who also worked as 6ix9ine's bodyguard. Harv saw right through 6ix9ine's act. He felt the rapper was mocking the streets, living off the gang's name while avoiding the real danger that came with it. To Harv, 6ix9ine was just a performer, flashing red rags and shouting gang slogans without earning that life. And that disrespect didn't sit right with a man who'd actually paid the price of that lifestyle. The tension finally exploded in July 2018, when the unthinkable happened. 6ix9ine was kidnapped by his own people, the very crew that was supposed to protect him. Reports later confirmed it was Harv Ellison and Al Jemiah, Nuke Mac, behind the setup. They snatched 6ix9ine, roughed him up, and forced him to denounce the gang on camera before robbing him for hundreds of thousands in jewelry. That wasn't just a robbery, but it was a statement. They wanted to remind him that no matter how many charts he topped or how rich he got, he was still under their thumb. It was humiliation, plain and public. And that moment shattered any illusion of loyalty inside his circle. That one move, snitching, didn't just end 6ix9ine's career. It sent shockwaves through entire families, crews, and the whole 9 Trey organization. Suddenly, everyone tied to that world had a reason to hate him. His testimony didn't just lock up a few names, it exposed a network, turned the spotlight on operations that were never supposed to see daylight. By working with the feds, 6ix9ine created a whole new class of enemies, not just the ones he testified against, but their cousins, friends, and street partners who lost everything because of him. Every conviction linked to his name meant another broken family, another crew member looking for revenge, another set of eyes watching and waiting for payback. And it didn't stop there. The cultural backlash was just as deadly. In hip-hop, snitching isn't just frowned upon, it's a death sentence for your respect. When the streets label you a rat, you don't just lose fans, you lose your shield. Even legends like Snoop Dogg and Meek Mill spoke out, calling him out publicly and basically telling the culture he was fair game. When respected voices in the game start questioning your manhood, your loyalty, and your code, that's a signal. An open invitation for anyone hungry for clout to make a move. So tell me this, after everything he did, from turning on his gang to outing his brothers in court, how long can someone like 6ix9ine really stay safe? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, share this video, and stick around, cause the next story waiting for you goes even deeper.